Look how beautiful. So this is the cutting board. I had picked this up at the dollar store and thought, let me give it a try. I know some plastics resin sticks to, and some it does not. So this one is going to be to hang on the wall, because when I cut the little lips off the back, I didn't even have to cut them. They just lifted right off the plastic. So I know that if this gets used, it's all going to come off. So the best thing for this piece is to go on to a nail and just hang and be looked at. And I had tried putting a bigger crystal. I had a big crystal sitting here, and when I moved the box to put it into the drying unit, it started to fall down. So I took it out and I cleaned off the crystal right away with alcohol, and this is how it turned out. Not sure if I'm going to try to put the cluster together on that. I really think it's pretty just the way it is. So it's going to look really pretty. Her kitchen has blue and white accents in it, and it's going to have the ocean pour beach scene that I did on her countertop with her white lamp sitting on top of that. So it's going to look beautiful either way. I'm just, I'm not going to have her, and she's 85, so she'll be good with looking at it. She loves to look at beautiful things, so she will love all the sparkles. And so this was done with the epoxy candy, the what I call Marvelous Blue that I was testing out. That's along the bottom here. And here is Cobalt Blue. And then we have the Violet shimmer tint, the Swarovski shimmer tint there, the violet. And then I have some holographic glitters on each side. I have some chrome glitter up at the top. The teal shimmer tint is in there. If you could get that, I cannot get that to focus in. And the white, titanium white, is the white that is on top of that. I didn't want to blow it all into each other. I kind of wanted the design that it has, and that's pretty much what I put down, and that's what I wanted. So I was glad that it turned out the way that I wanted it. And then I used up the rest of my colors because I ended up making a little more than I actually needed. And the gold is Pretty Pigments, Pritty, pigments.com. And I didn't put gold on Mom's because she wanted silver, so I put a little silver. But you could see the shimmer tints and a little bit of the glitters that I had in there. I also had some white glitter from Michael's, but here you could see the these colors here. See, I don't know if you could see that very clearly, but those beautiful hues, that is the spruce green shimmer tint, and some of the cobalt blue in there, and some of the marvelous blue. So it's all, I dumped them on top of each other and then spread them out. And here was one of the last tiles that I was doing with all the leftovers. I just took a popsicle stick and I just smushed all around as the resin was turning to taffy. I was really running with the clock on this stuff. But as you could see, all the shimmer tints shimmer just as beautiful as the glitters that are mixed in there, which is really nice. So these are some more of the last, just smushing all the colors together. I don't like to waste a drop, so I like to see what I can make out of it. This is one that had the gold mixed into it. So I was smushing all the gold and all the colors together, so that one came out pretty cool looking. And then over here, this one I sprayed some at the end, after I smushed them all over the top. At the end, I sprayed some of the gold alcohol that I had in a bottle, but I also had gold on the tile. But then I sprayed the gold, and the gold that was in the bottle with the alcohol is Stone Coat Countertops Gold Dust. So I used that alcohol bottle that I had. And at the very end here with the white, I mixed in a couple drops of the Rust-Oleum on this tile. So I'm glad that that's set up because it was real sticky when I put that in there. And then we have another tile of the last of the colors all mixed together. And this is the violet on there smushed in with all the colors. And that's not it. I still have a little bit more to show you. Having room here is, here's a big tile. When I was getting down to the nitty gritty, I just was smushing it was all sticky taffy. It was very sticky. It was setup time for the resin. And then this guy, you could see I had a lot of gold left over on this one. The cobalt blue. And then this one was, I mixed in the first part of the batch when I tried putting Rust-Oleum over top of the acrylic brown, which didn't work out. So I ended up mixing what was left over in a little clear. And this is not with the brown because it would be brown. So that must have been the other batch. But this one definitely has the Rust-Oleum in it. And you could see that with all the selling. And that's also has the titanium white in there. So this piece came out a little different than all the others, but I thought that was pretty awesome. Very nice. So I thought that they came out very, very cool looking. Let me move these out of the way here and get a final look at the big tiles. So yeah, I was real happy with that. And where's my little camera at? I'll make sure that that's, wasn't sure if that was out of focus or just had a smudge on it. But I really had fun. It was a challenge. I didn't make too much resin, so I had to keep pulling tiles out and pulling tiles out and pulling tiles out. Because I don't like to waste any of it, and I think I'll be more careful about how much I make versus how much time I want to spend in the workshop. All right, make something beautiful and rock on. I have to find a place for these to cure now. I am not leaning my tiles up on each other anymore even after 2 weeks. I'm just laying them flat for a good 3 to 4 weeks now because I have a stack here of tiles that all need sanding and clear coating because they have little dinks from me. I was laying them on the sides, and when I laid them on the sides, it made little dinks on them. So this is projects that I'm going to do in between good projects. I'm just going to start clear coating, sanding and clear coating, and getting my the rest of these coasters all fixed up, because at the time I wasn't paying attention and I was whipping out so many, and I thought, oh, this box looks nice, and I laid them all on their side, and I put little decorative papers in between them just to keep them from touching each other, and on some of them it actually put the pattern of that like the texture of the paper that I was using in between them. So I just don't like imperfections. I'm sure some people wouldn't even care, but I want all my work to be nice. So all these are going to be sanded and recoated over the next couple months as I get time. My problem is I am running out of room to put things. So I've asked my husband to put where that picture is, if we could put a couple long wooden shelves. Just 8 inches out, make them about, I think we have boards that are 10 feet long in there, and that would be very nice to put 2 or 4 of them on this wall, and then I could just put my tiles up and put them on an angle against the wall, and I could really line a lot of tiles up and let them cure for a month at a time. So if you have any comments or suggestions on how you store and let cure multiple projects, let me know. I have thought about the baking tray unit. So if I get an extra couple $100 to get that whole setup together, I will. But right now, that's not going to happen. So let me know if you have any other ideas. Maybe I could hang them from the ceiling. Ah. Anyway, rock on. Have a great day. Make something beautiful.